It's Cee Lo Green! Cee Lo Green's out! Oh my god! Hello there guys, it's Niran here and welcome. Today it is time for some more F1 2013 sprint mode. I am here in Malaysia behind the wheel of my McLaren Mercedes, and today we're going to be in a 7-man race. We'll be starting from somewhere, again I can't see on the preview. I promised last episode to just make the preview bigger. I failed in doing that, as we're now about to go out onto the track here in our McLaren. This is actually the first time we'll be using a McLaren in this series so far, so whether it'll be good luck and whether we'll be able to have a good race is beyond me, but hopefully that will be the case as we are now sent out onto the track here in a rather sunny looking Malaysia. Well, I'm unsure as to why it put me in that camera to start off with, but we've got 2 Irish guys behind, we've got a French guy to the left. There's now 4 lights, now 5 lights are on here, and we're ready for a start here in Malaysia. It's a relatively decent start there from the caterer, I think, behind, and a decent start from the Force India in front. A bad start for one of the Red Bulls there. It's the English guy, and my teammate in the McLaren as well, up in front, getting a good start compared to the Lotus. He lunges up the inside, and as do we there as the Australian. Lotus is extremely cautious on the brakes. We've got someone up the inside there. It is in fact the Lotus, who we just breezed past, and the Red Bull there went round our outside. We managed to avoid any sort of carnage going on there, as there's a bit of contact between the Red Bull and the Lotus in front as the McLaren, my teammate, leads. We've got a 1 and a 4 going on. We've got the French guy and the Force India behind, followed by the 2 Irish guys. A lock up there as pretty much everyone cuts the corner there at turn 3, bar the leader, as he's now having a bit of contact with the Lotus, who takes the lead now, and we're behind the Red Bull. We've gone horrendously wide, don't know why, but we've now got Auto Bits on the inside. Slightly weird name, but he's gone at the inside. He's made a good move there. Someone horrifically cuts the corner. That has to be the English Red Bull. There's all sorts of carnage going on. 3 abreast down into the chicane. Not sure why the Red Bull tried to take out the Lotus. Surely he knew he was going to ghost. That didn't happen. We've been hit by another Irish guy who has awful connection in the Mercedes. We managed to hold on here to 4th place behind this Irish caterer and behind our teammate, I think called Rabid Conch 137 in 2nd place. We've lost Kerr's Abuser, so he'll no longer be abusing the Kerrs as our teammate goes off with a push there from the Caterham. The Caterham then goes wide, so we're up into 3rd. We've now got a run on the Caterham. We're going to use the rest of our Kerrs, going to abuse it, in fact, in the name of Kerr's Abuser, who just lost connection. Up the inside now, down into the last corner, but he's got a decent run, actually. He must have had a lot of Kerrs left over. We lunge up the inside and make the move stick, but he's looking for the cutback, and he's made the move stick there on the exit of the last corner. Edged us out slightly onto the grass. A tiny bit of contact, but we're now going to use some more Kerrs. We're going to go back up the inside as the Australian Lotus continues to lead. A little bit of lag there, but we've gone up the inside and made the move stick now. The Caterham gone a little bit wide. He'll look for the switch back again, but we'll now have the inside for turn 2, and he'll now have to try and get a good run on us down into turn 3, as behind the McLaren is being chased down by the French Force India and someone else, probably the other Irish guy, yeah, the Irish Sauber who hit us earlier and then proceeded to go off. But we're trying to close down the Lotus. We're not going to do that with lines like that, although it was a little bit better than our McLaren teammate, who also went wide, and he's now going to be under huge amounts of pressure from the 2 guys behind. But we're under huge amounts of pressure from the Caterham there, the Irish Caterham, and we just about managed to hold on. We did well there through those 2 corners. We're now going to try and hunt down the Lotus in this pretty much flawless Sector 2, apart from going wide onto the AstroTurf, which is surprising, having given the fact that I'm driving the car. But still, we are hunting down this Lotus. Hunting him down severely now, this Lotus. He's just getting hunted. Literally, as our bollard goes absolutely flying, practically off the track. Someone's gone off there down the hairpin again. And it's just a chance now to try. Well, we've hit the bollard. We've hit the bollard. I didn't mean to hit the bollard. I was about to say this is a chance to win. However, Auto Bits has other ideas now, as he's going to slipstream us. Going to slipstream Abusers, goes to the outside. Well, I did leave a little bit of room on the inside, probably a little bit, not enough space probably though for the move on the inside. But he's now going to try the undercut, the switchback now out of the hairpin. We use the Kerrs and we should be fine though, as we now start the last lap of this race with 1.1 seconds behind the leader. The Caterham moving a little bit behind, swerving a little bit, and lunges up the inside there into turn 1 as Ganox The other Irish guy in the Sauber takes the fastest lap of the race. He's now right behind us in 4th position. We've got a good run though on auto bits. In fact, actually no, because around this curve, around the outside, we're going to use a little bit of curve. Surely, you know what? Yes, we do indeed. We're going to look around the outside, but there wasn't enough room. I should have gone up the inside, but I didn't know what. I thought he was going to defend, but he didn't in the end, and then locks up into the 3rd corner. Having not had this battle, I probably could have caught the leader, but still, it makes it a lot more entertaining as we're now going to try and get this corner right. Not quite, a little bit of understeer there, having to dab on the brakes halfway through the corner, halfway through the apex, and again there through there, not quite as good as last lap. We're going to try and hunt down auto bits and take back 2nd place. The 2nd place we've been holding from pretty much halfway through lap 2, basically. No, lap 1, in fact, actually, about, yeah, 3/4 of the way round lap 1, so we'll be hoping to get that back, but it's not looking likely as Autobits cuts the corner slightly there and gets away from us. He's now 6 tenths in front. We've only got 5 tenths back to the other Irish guy, but the Caterham goes a little bit wide there through that very fast chicane. Down into the penultimate corner, we need to make sure that we square it off a lot, but we haven't. We've got a bit of an oversteer, bit of a snap of oversteer out of the last corner, and it's looking unlikely unless we go for a literally kamikaze move up the inside of this Caterham. We brake late, and we have a little bit of a look. Auto bits, there goes a little bit wide, a little bit of a lock-up. Can we get a good run out of the corner? I don't think there's going to be enough space. We're going to be in the slipstream, not enough curves either, and it's 3rd place in the end. So close, though, to grabbing 2nd. Another corner, literally. If we'd have been in that situation down the back straight, we probably would have been able to take 2nd place back, but we were unable to in the end, and we do grab 3rd. The win, though, going to the Australian Lotus in that race. Really awesome race there. 2nd place going to Autobits, then myself in 3rd, Ganox in 4th, my teammate Rabid Conch there in 5th, and we've still got the Force India, the French Force India, the Sahara Force India. I don't know why I gave it so many names, but still, he's on the final lap. Don't know what he's doing, but still, we had a DNF as well, which is the Red Bull guy, which is good. Kurzabu's having tried to take out the leader on lap 1, but nevertheless, I'm hoping you enjoyed that very entertaining race in Malaysia. Like and subscribe if you did, and comment about enjoying it if you enjoyed this episode, which featured, of course, Cee Lo Green at the start. Yeah, if it was a song, you'd have the little feet dot bit, and then see. No, that's not the point. Anyway, as we're now going to spectate this French Force India, just to see exactly what he might actually be doing out on track, having been on the final lap for so much longer than everyone else. He's using all his curves down the back straight. Not entirely sure it's going to make much of a difference, but still, as we flip through the camera screens, again, like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. I hope you have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and actually, no, let's just wait for this Force India to cross the line to finish spectating him. There we go, and goodbye. You know what this is time for? It's time for analysis time. It says anal.